Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Welcome back to part 9 of my full playthrough walkthrough for The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D in 4K. This is being played using an emulator on PC, utilizing Henrico Magnifico's incredible 4K texture pack. The texture pack is available for free. I have a link in the description below to his website. You can get it for free. You can also support him on Patreon if you'd like to get access to newer versions ahead of the general public. Okay, so in this part of the walkthrough, what we're going to do is the Anju Kafei Sidequest Round 1. We have to do the side quest twice in order to 100% the game. On this round of the side quest, we're going to get basically all the rewards, and then the end reward that we are going to choose this time is the Postman's Hat. The other reward that we can choose is the 7th and final bottle, or the 6th on N64. There's an extra one on 3DS that we've already gotten. I like to choose that second because we get to get infinite magic for the final dungeon if we just do it right before the final dungeon. It's just my preferred method. So our first thing to do here on the Anju Kafei Sidequest is wait for 10 a.m. We can play the Song of Double Time, but I do want to explain a difference between N64 and 3DS, and also some discrepancies in some walkthroughs that I have seen both online and physically. I own the Prima strategy guide for this game that came out in 2015 with the release of the 3DS game. And the Prima strategy guide says that you have to, in order to get the room key, which is completely optional, you've got to speak with Anju between 3 and 4 p.m. as Goron Link. That is technically correct, but you can actually do it earlier. You can do it starting at 2:30, thereabouts. ZeldaDungeon.net says that you could do it any time before 3:50 p.m. That is not entirely correct. Actually, that's kind of totally incorrect, because if you were to talk to Anju before 2:30, either as Goron Link or Human Link, she will tell you that the reservation doesn't exist. There's no reservation. So you have to do it between 2:30 and 3:50 before Goron Link or Link Goron shows up. So that's really the only difference. It's just a weird discrepancy I've seen in the walkthroughs that I wanted to clear up. For now, though, what we're going to do is we're going to play the Song of Double Time in front of the mayor's office and go to 10 a.m. This side quest goes way faster on 3DS than it does on 64. N64 version, you're waiting around quite a lot. The side quest is really meant to be done while you're doing other things. However, for the sake of a walkthrough, it's just kind of easier to do it now, but it really is meant to be done, all at once. All right, so starting at 10:05, we can enter the mayor's office, and when we enter the mayor's office proper, we can witness a fight. Most of the townsfolk have already taken shelter without waiting for the mayor's orders. The only ones left are the public servants and committee members. Mr. Mayor and Carnival Committee members, please order those who remain to evacuate. Well, you cowards, do you actually believe the moon will fall? The confused townsfolk simply caused a panic by believing this ridiculous, groundless theory. The soldiers couldn't prevent the panic, but outside the town walls is where the danger is. You want answers? The answer is that the carnival should not be canceled. Isn't that right, Mr. Mayor? Well, are you serious, Mudo? It seems that giant chunk of rock above us hasn't caught your eye. At this time every year, we are overrun by tourists, so why is the town empty? Clearly, it's your job to ensure the carnival's operation, but that's only if people are here for it. Don't drag the merchants and soldiers into this. If the soldiers wish to run, then run, Vicen. We councilmen will stick to tradition. The carnival will be a success. I've never heard of a defense unit abandoning its town. Madame Aroma would surely say the same thing, wouldn't she, Mayor Dotor? Let's not bring my wife into this. So we've witnessed a row in the mayor's office. Okay. So, that's basically that. It's just good to witness that so you can see the end result and how that turns about, or how it turns out. So you can see a really cool painting here. I'm not sure if this is here on 64, but this shows Madame Aroma and the mayor. Madame Aroma in the past, probably. All right, so if we enter Madame Aroma's office, we can speak with her. She says, "Oh dear, you want a field trip, or are you the expert person finder I hired?" Yes. I say, you have the face of a pro. The characteristics of the person I want you to find. Yes, I know them. The person I want you to locate is my son, Kafei. You know him, don't you? You don't? Really? He disappeared about a month ago. It's terrible. I'm so very worried. I can't get food down my throat, and I've lost 5 pounds. You haven't anything, though? Oh dear. Well, could you look for him? You say, yes? Oh, of course, you are an expert. Well, I'm counting on you. We got Kafei's mask, and we were recruited to locate a missing person. Wear this to inquire about the missing Kafei. Okay, so Kafei is a missing man, and he is to be wedded to Anju, the girl who works at Stockpot Inn. All right. So again, all that can be done at about 10 a.m., really 10:05 here in Clocktown. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to wait for 2 o'clock and then check ourselves into the Stockpot Inn. However, on 3DS, we have to be Goron Link. On 64, you don't necessarily have to be Goron Link. You could be Human Link as well. That'll work. But as Goron... Actually, we can't play the song in double time inside. Sorry. So Anju's going to go feed her grandmother. Her grandmother hates her cooking and refuses to eat it. You can read Grandma's journal in her room. All right, let's go to 2 p.m. And then, very, very important, when we get inside, we're going to see the postman deliver a letter. Do not interrupt this. Do not speak with Anju until this is done. Otherwise, you will miss out on the room key and a piece of the bomber's notebook. It doesn't really matter in the end. It's not consequential to the quest. But if you're trying to get everything done and you want to see everything, just wait for the mailman to leave and then speak with Anju as Goron Link. Okay, welcome to the Stockpot Inn. Are you wanting to stay the night? Yes. Oh, hello, you must be the Goron checking in today. Welcome. Let me just confirm your reservation real quick. One moment, please. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Goron. Oops, I mean Mr. Link. Welcome to our humble inn. Your room is the knife chamber on the 2nd floor. Here's your key. Got the room key. What? You're not sure why, but you apparently had a reservation. If we were to wait until 4 p.m., Goron Link, or Link Goro, I think his name is, shows up. And then Anju's like, sorry, we gave away your reservation. But totally inconsequential. It's just a little Easter egg that I like to show, because technically the room key is the thing. Now, we have access to the knife chamber, which is the 2nd room right here. Inside of this chest is 100 rupees. We don't need any more money, but it is there. After you get the 5,000 rupee heart piece, you can't deposit any more rupees. If you check this crack in the wall, it says, Tattle says, what a ramshackle inn. Is this room supposed to be first class? You can hear whoever's next door for crying out loud. Well, whatever, we're staying for free, so we can't expect much. That is a hint that you can eavesdrop on a conversation later. We're not going to do that part. This quest literally spans all 3 days, so we're better off just not doing much. So, now that we have checked in, let's take off the Goron mask and equip Kafei's mask and then speak with Anju. You're also looking for Kafei? I have a request. Kafei, I have a clue that will help you find him. Tonight at 11:30, please come to our kitchen. We'll talk then. Let me start Anju's Anguish. All right. So, with the room key, we can now enter and exit the Stockpot Inn from the ground floor whenever we want. In case you've forgotten, or if you don't have the room key, you can use this Deku flower, get up to the roof, and go through the 2nd floor entrance at any time. But with the room key, we could do it normally. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the Midnight Rendezvous. And let's go to midnight. She says 11:30, but she'll be there at midnight. Don't worry. And more on that snoring in a moment. God. So we're going to meet her in the kitchen. I'm sorry to trouble you late at night. It's about him, Kafei. I received a letter from him. Strange, isn't it, getting a letter from a missing person? But there's absolutely no mistaking it's from him. It's clear to me. Please, here's my letter. Please put it in a postbox. When this is delivered, when he receives my letter, you should be able to meet him. Please tell him that Anju's waiting for him. And please, after you've seen him, tell me how he looked. I'm scared. I can't go. Can I ask this of you? Thank you very much. Okay, we got a letter to Kafei. Now we can put it in a mailbox. Please mail it before the postman collects the mail tomorrow. So we could do this right away. I think the mailman collects the mail starting at 6 a.m. However, you could like sort of get ahead of him and put in a post box that he hasn't gotten to yet, but just do it now. There is a mailbox right over here. There's also one in front of the mayor's office. Let's put it in this one. It doesn't matter which one you put it in. Tab over to the letter to Cafe. Put it in the mailbox. Your letter has been received. Ka-ching. It shall be delivered tomorrow. Ka-ching. Okay. So that's it for the Midnight Rendezvous. And then this is Link Goro, who sleeps outside the stockpot inn. The wind has gotten damp, Goro. Tomorrow's rain, Goro. Goro, Goro. I'm not sure if he has any special interactions as Goron Link. No. Anyway, he knows rain's coming. I'm just going to go ahead and put on the bunny hood. This makes things quicker. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to wait for the mailman to pick up that letter and then deliver that letter to Cafe. So, I'm sure you've noticed... excuse me. I'm sure you've noticed, but whenever the cycle restarts and it's 6 a.m. the first day, you will notice Cafe coming down this staircase, and he checks this mailbox. Or he actually mails the letter to Anju, sorry. And then the postman comes, picks it up, and then delivers it to Anju. So you can actually, like, witness the entire thing if you'd like. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we're going to wait for the mailman to deliver the letter that we put in the post box. This happens around 3 p.m. on day 2. And I'm sure you can see why the Song of Double Time giving you access to each hour by hour, makes this go way faster than on N64. And it's also why I've separated it into a separate video, because it's just so much faster to do this once you know all the times. All right. So let's go to 3 p.m. There's the mailman. So he rings the bell, and then out comes Cafe. He's wearing the Keaton's mask. Just gonna take a quick drink of water. If you'd like, you can speak with them. I have a letter for you. That's it. That's all you get. So you don't have to wait for Cafe to come back inside, but you may as well. Then he goes inside at, I think, 4 on the dot, or like 4:05 or something like that. Yeah, 4 on the dot. All right, go ahead and follow him in. And then we're going to speak to him once he gets in place. Green hat, green clothes. Anju wrote about you in her letter. It seems you're looking for Cafe. Can you keep a secret? I'm publishing this on YouTube. I cannot keep a secret. Anju trusted you. I shall also trust you. I am Cafe. The Cafe we're looking for is an adult. When I look at you, I just see a child. I was turned into this by a strange imp wearing a mask, but I'm not hiding because I look this way. When I was turned into this, I went to see the Great Fairy at her shrine near the North Gate. But on my way there, a man hanging around the gate, a prancing man in a white shirt, he stole my precious wedding ceremony mask. Well, you're just careless. You're like my partner. I was so happy before all this, so excited for my wedding that I got careless. I was distracted, and those punks took advantage of me. Oh my, I pity you. I know Anju's worried, but I can't go out yet. I made a promise to her that I would bring the wedding mask and greet her. This pendant, give it to Anju. You accepted the pendant of memories. Though you may not understand these grown-up matters, you should probably take the pendant to Anju anyway. Keep what we just talked about a secret to everybody. So I forgot to mention a very important disclaimer. You can't do this side quest if you stop Sakon from robbing the old lady in North Clocktown or giving the toilet hand a piece of paper. For some reason, those two things kill this quest, so you have to do it on separate cycles. Apologies for forgetting that until now. I didn't remember until he mentioned Sakon. All right. So this right here, if we go to speak with that mask, Kafei says, things that get stolen in this town always make their way to the curiosity shop. I'm waiting for that to happen. Stand on that crate and peek into that hole. From here, I check on the curiosity shop's customers. So we can see into the curiosity shop. And the reason that Sakon, like, stopping Sakon's robbery kills the quest is because Kafei will never see Sakon if we prevent the robbery. So we need to witness, or Kafei basically has to witness Sakon fencing the bomb bag to the curiosity shop owner, and then Kafei will go after him. I don't really understand why the toilet hand changes the quest, but it does. You can witness this if you come here the night of day 2. I think it's around midnight. Actually, probably, I think like 9 p.m. or something like that, more likely. Because the curiosity shop opens at 10. So. Okay. Now we've got to give the Pendant of Memories to Anju. So let's go back to the inn. If you do not deliver the letter, if you don't do this quest line, there will be a different woman here on day 2. Oh, did you meet him? Did we ever, lady? Ah, it's from Kafei. Thank you very much. That face looks so happy. This was added to your notebook. If you speak with her, she says that she will wait for him. I've decided to wait for him. I've made my promise. I'm fine with this. I believe him. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to go... I guess I'll show you the interaction since we can skip time so quickly. Let me just confirm what time it is on Zelda Dungeon. So it's actually 12:30 this night. Yeah. So, if we were to go to 12 o'clock, we should see Sakon walking into the curiosity shop, and then we can very quickly head back around. Again, this is totally optional, but it's a cool little interaction. I'm going to go inside just to see if he's there. He shouldn't be, but you never know. Yeah, okay, so there's nothing on the counter yet. So that means that Sakon hasn't showed up yet. But here he comes. So we know he's going to go in there. So now let's run around. We're going to witness the sale. Again, you do not have to do this. It's just a nice little thing to witness. It's locked. Oh, we actually watch it from the front. I'm so sorry. Oh boy. I may have missed it. I thought you watched it from the peephole. Damn, we're gonna miss this. I'm so sorry. You watch it from the front. I thought you watched it from the peephole. He's gonna pop out. Yeah, the sale's done. Sale finishes at 1. Yep, he's walking away. Nothing to sell. Yeah, but we can witness. We can witness it if you just stand here. Sorry about that. Again, inconsequential. Really doesn't matter. All right, let's go back to the laundry pool, and then we're going to skip ahead to day 3 at 12 p.m. Anytime between 12 and 6 will work. Anytime between 12 and 6. Huh? You the green hat kid? I got a message from Kafei. Now, Kafei, I've known him since he was real little, but when he showed up looking all young in that little brat body, I didn't know what I was seeing. All it took was one glance at that Keaton mask he was carrying for me to realize that I was looking at my old friend. I gave him that mask a long time ago when he was just a little Kafei. Didn't know he kept it that well for so long. I'm not sure why, but I want to give this to you. Got the Keaton mask. This is Kafei's mask full of memories. Accepting this keepsake doesn't make much sense to you, but you should take it anyway. Now, Kafei, he says he wants you to take this to his mother. Special delivery to Mama. On 64, this is called Express Mail to Mama. This is priority mail, so hurry up and deliver it. A customer came to my shop last night. Now, Kafei sees him, and Kafei's color just changes, and he goes running after the guy. The guy's a regular, a greedy thief named Sakon. I think he's from Akana Village. Okay, so the reason that we don't do this quest until now is because we basically have to get to Sakon's hideout without him seeing us. So, what we're going to do is we are going to warp to Akana Canyon, but before I do that, I want to explain something. So, if we were to pull up our inventory, and I realize this is in the bottom right-hand corner, is it actually the gear menu? Mask gear menu. If we go to the gear menu and we click on Special Delivery to Mama, it says Kafei's note to his mother. I delivered this special, calls for top speed. We cannot put this into a mailbox. We will not be able to. Instead, we have to hand it to the mailman to deliver. However, we can't do that until the night of day 3. So, what we're going to do is we're going to basically finish the quest and then give this to the postman to deliver to Mama. Upon delivery, we will get the postman's hat. However, if you were to give this to Mama yourself, you will get a bottle. We're going to do the postman's hat this time. We'll do the bottle the next time in the final section of the walkthrough. I just want to explain that real fast. Okay. So, let's go ahead and warp to Akana Canyon. And again, the reason we have to warp is because Sakon cannot see us while we're doing this. I guess you could probably ride Epona if you're fast enough, but why risk it? All right. Yeah, and you need access to this section in order to get here. So you need Epona, you need the hook shot, so you may as well just do it here, or do it now. All right, so Sakon's hideout is back here, and you can see Kafei's purple hair. So if we speak with him, it says, I found him, Green Hat Boy. He's using this place as his safe house for keeping his stolen goods. Apparently his name is Sakon. He came to the shop last night, and I followed him. His storage for things he's stolen is on the other side of this rock door. The sun's mask is surely in there. Only Sakon can open this door. The only way in is to wait for him to arrive. I'll wait. I've made a promise to Anju. He'll come back around sundown. That's our only chance. If he sees us, he'll run away for sure. We better both hide here. Okay, so he's not entirely correct. There is another way into this place. I think it was probably fixed on 3DS, but on 64 you could literally just like backflip in to this crack here, but I've never been able to do it on 3DS, but you can do that on 64. All right, so let's go ahead and just tuck behind this rock and then play the Song of Time to 6 p.m. And I recommend having the bunny hood equipped. It's just easier. So Sakon will come up this hill in just a few minutes. Okay, So now it's time for a harrowing adventure that involves pressing switches and killing enemies. Gilded Sword is very helpful here. And then the Bunny Hood is extremely helpful because it makes Link run faster. But we're going to be in a race against the clock here. So, inside of Sakon's hideout, Link and Kafei are going to split up. Link is going to be responsible for combat challenges. We've got to kill Baba, and then we've got to kill Wolfos. Kafei is going to be responsible for stepping on switches. Blue switches slow the conveyor belt down. Red switches speed it up. The orange switch or the brown switch or whatever is your destination that opens the door. Sorry, the blue switch opens the doors. My bad. Tan switches slow it down. All right. So we are going to step on this switch. That's going to open the door for Kafei. Then we gain control of Kafei. And then we're going to push one of these blocks onto the blue switch. And that's going to open the next door. So it's just blue switch, blue switch, blue switch, blue switch. But they get more and more complicated. So we got to do this before the mask falls into the hole. So Kafei has the same exact controls as Link. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, go check the other room. I don't like him, but do we have any choice? Should we help him? He's just like Tail, rushing ahead in the face of danger and never thinking of the consequences. That's it. We have to help. Let's go. All right. Killing that enemy opens this door. So you can hit one of the tan switches just to slow it down a little bit. Hit the blue switch. Come in here. 1 Baba, 2 Baba. Again, you can hit a tan switch to slow it down one more time. Don't touch the red switches. And then for this, what we got to do is we're going to push this out of the way. Touch this. Push this onto the red switch. Yes, I know it sounds crazy. Push this onto the blue switch. A Wolfos is going to come out. Wait for it to swipe. Jump slash. We regain control of Kafei. Press that switch to slow it down a tiny bit. Push this block out of the way of the door. Come through here. Press this blue switch. Link presses the other blue switch. And it's saved. So it will always jump, to the end just to freak you out. But you have more time than that. Okay, you got the Sun's Mask back. A testament of love. You helped Kafei. This was added to your notebook. Okay. Okay, 6 p.m. Great. All right. So, Kafei runs away, and then time is going to immediately jump. To midnight. All right, so we got a couple things to do. First thing we're going to do is we are going to head back to Clocktown, and we're going to give that express mail to Mama to the mailman. Oh, he's this way. Sorry about that. So head over to this side of Clocktown, and then you will find the mailman on his bed, going a little crazy. Oh, I want to flee, but it's not written on the schedule. To me, the delivery schedule, it's the highest priority. Well, we got something even higher priority for you. It's the express mail to Mama. This is a priority mail send. This is the highest of priorities. I shall deliver it. It's for the postmistress. Let's see. Her schedule says she's off work today. That means she's probably relaxing with a warm jug of milk at the milk bar right now. The postmistress dearly loves her precious Clocktown. That's why she refuses to flee. Brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it? Quickly now, to the milk bar. So we're going to run a little bit ahead of him, because with the Keaton's mask, we now have access to a piece of heart. We could have done this just after we got it. To fully admit to you the truth, I forgot. But if we come over here to North Clocktown, you can do this in a number of different places, but there are certain groups of bushes that flee when you strike them. So this one here is one such grouping. If you equip the Keaton's mask, and then if you were to destroy all the bushes before they disappear, easiest way to do that is just an upgraded charge spin. If you were to do that, a Keaton will appear, and then we get to take his quiz. Hee hee ho. Hello, child. If you are attempting to fool me, it is impossible. We Keatons can recognize our own by the sheen of our tails. But you're a good child. Let me put you to a test. Answer me this. Pick one of 3 choices. What is the name of the festival that is to be held in Clocktown? It is the Carnival of Time. I believe I have the official guide here in front of me. Yes, Carnival of Time. There is a bank of, I think, like 20 different questions. Feel free to look it up. Your questions probably won't be the same as mine. Name of the singer in the Zora band, the Indigo Goes. Lulu. These are the easy ones. Answer me this. Pick one of 3 choices. What bad habit does Anju the innkeeper have? Probably quick to apologize? Yes, quick to apologize. Answer me this. Pick one of 3 choices. How many balloons does Romani, the girl at the ranch, use during practice? See, this is where the questions get insane. 1. Answer for this. Pick one of 3 choices. Who is the leader of the Bombers gang? I think it's Jim. It's definitely Jim. All right. And that is heart piece number 47, I think? No, 45. Heart piece 45. Okay, so that's the Keaton quiz. That's done. And again, you can do that anytime after you have the Keaton's mask. So now, let's head over to East Clocktown, and then we can witness the mailman enter the milk bar. You have to equip Romani's mask in order to get inside. Show proof of membership. So this game really... like, all the quests are tied together, you know? It's pretty cool. You have to have done this quest in order to get in and get your, get your stuff. So, you don't actually have to witness this bit, but it is cool to do. I have a delivery for you, postmistress. Oh my, it can't be. You're still here? Tomorrow's delivery is still scheduled. What are you saying? Did you see the sky? It's terrible. But, oh my. Well, what shall we do? It's from Cafe. It's priority mail. I'm so happy to think something good would come in the end. Thank you. You flee now. That's an order. Understood. I don't know if she says anything after that. Oh dear, are you alright with not fleeing? It looks like this is it for this town, you know. You saw the moon, didn't you? It's gotten so huge. All the townsfolk have fled. You should flee too, far away. I'm going to stay here. After all, that expert I gave my son's mask to might still come. I don't think she says anything if we equip this mask. Oh dear, you're the one searching for Cafe. How is it? Have you found him? So, if we were to give her the express letter at this point, she would give us a bottle. However, we don't have it, and then a weird interaction happens. Oh dear, is that so? You haven't found him. Well, that's enough. Good work. Now you flee too. She has the letter from him. She knows he's alive. Like, it's weird that interaction doesn't change. I don't know. Strange. Anyway, once the postman stands still, you can speak with him. I have decided to flee. It is an order from the postmistress. I am now free. I can set my own schedule. I don't need this anymore, so here, I'll let you have it. Got the postman's hat. This dignified hat allows you to check the mail. And he runs like a crazy person. All right, so I don't think this is doable on day 3. I've never actually tried this, I don't think. If you wear the hat and then speak with the mailboxes, you're doing a great job. Some item other than a letter has been deposited. Ka-ching. Oh, it does work. Great. So the first mailbox you check while wearing the postman's hat gives you a piece of hearts. That's piece of heart number 46 of 52. Nice work. Every mailbox you check after that will just have a green rupee in it. Okay, so you may be wondering, why haven't we reset the cycle yet? That's because it's not over. Cafe will come running into Clocktown from the canyon in just a moment here, when there's just an hour 30 left. So we just got to wait here for a minute. We could probably play the song a double time to speed this up a little bit, but we may as well just sit here and watch this happen. So the guard is freaking out. He's looking up at the moon that's about to crash. The bomber boy is just hanging out like nothing's wrong. It really comes down to the wire with this. You have no idea. We won't have to do this part the second time around. Don't worry. This is the only cycle, aside from the final one, I guess, that we don't slow down time, which I think is interesting. Every other cycle, and I guess the first cycle as well. All right, here he is. 2 hours remaining until the end of the world. Kafei shows up. If you don't have the key, you'll have to enter using the rooftop. So we follow him upstairs. We know where he's going. He's going into Anju's room. And if you'd like, there's another 100 rupees in this chest. This chest is always available on the final day. I've decided to wait for him. I've made my promise. I'm fine with this. I believe him. And as long as you're in the room, this automatically starts when there's an hour and a half remaining. I have met you before. What a familiar scent. Long, long ago. Yes, we were still young when we made a promise, didn't we? The masks of the sun and the moon. We were to exchange them on the day of the carnival of time. Anju, I'm sorry I was late. Welcome home. Teehee, they're lovers, but they look just like a mother and child. It's such a strange line. It's true, but it's just odd. Let us exchange the promised masks. We have exchanged our oaths and have become a couple. You are our witness. Please accept this mask. We got the couple's mask, filled with their love. Please take refuge. We are fine here. We shall greet the morning together. Okay, so that's it for Anju's anguish. However, there is one more reward that we can get now that we have the couple's mask. Unfortunately, sadly, we have to play the Song of Time, and they will be separated once again. Okay, so the power of love will stop the argument in the mayor's office. Strange, I know, but it does. Again, if you were to wear the postman's hat after you've already collected a piece of heart, you'll get a green rupee. So you could farm them infinitely, I think. Yeah, you could just keep farming green rupee after green rupee after green rupee if you really want, but we don't need to at this point. Anyway, the power of love will stop the row in the mayor's office, and then we'll get another piece of heart for doing so, which will be our second to last piece of heart before the final dungeon. So go ahead and skip to 10 a.m. And then you want to have the couple's mask equipped. You could very clearly see there's only 2 mask spots remaining. Getting pretty close to having them all. All right, with the couple's mask, speak with the mayor. The couple's mask. What a nice reminder. So a young couple has been married. I wonder, did my wife flee? What? What did you just say? Yes, everyone. We're all worried for our families. Why don't we end this meeting? But Mr. Mayor, this will do. Whether you're stubborn and choose to stay, or if you prefer to run far away to seek shelter for your family, that is for people to decide on their own. Ugh. Thank you for allowing me to put an end to all that pointless bickering. Adults are also stubborn. It's shameful. Here's a token of my gratitude. And that is Piece of Heart number 47 of 52. Well, I may be an unreliable mayor, but at least my family can depend on me. I want to protect my wife. You saved the mayor from a tedious meeting. This was added to your notebook. Okay, so if we were to open up our notebook, the only thing remaining is Madame Aroma's search, which is the other ending for the Anju Kafei Sidequest. So everything else is finished. I think the schedule is reminiscent. Yes, this is reminiscent of the original Bomber's Notebook from N64. I've said this at the very beginning of the walkthrough, but when a red star appears on a frame, that indicates that that person is complete. There's nothing more to do that will give you a reward. There may be optional things that you haven't yet seen, but their schedule is complete. You're able to do things, it means you've done everything there is to do with them for the most part. The only person remaining, and there's a lot more people here, or I shouldn't say a lot, there's several more people here on 3DS than there are 64, but the only person remaining without a red badge is Madame Aroma, and we know that because she has the final bottle for us, which we will get in the final part of the walkthrough, which will be 2 parts from now. So, now that the Anju Kafei side quest is done for the first round, we can speak with these 2 guards. And one guard says to the other, Captain Vicen, we are not people, we are soldiers. As long as there is even a single person left in this town, it is our sworn duty to protect them, at all costs. So even the gate guards, on with our duties. I know it's not easy. Thank you for devoting your lives to this town. That dialogue is a little different on 64, I think, but it conveys the same message. Okie doke. So, that is it for the Anju Kafei side quest, round 1. Let's go ahead and save, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do next. And I'm not even going to reset the cycle at this point. We've only lost a few hours, and the next part of the walkthrough is just going to be the final, or the second to last dungeon, so I'm not concerned about resetting the cycle at all. Okay, so in the next section of the walkthrough, we are going to do Stone Tower Temple. Stone Tower Temple is the dungeon of Akana Canyon. We got the owl statue in the previous section of the walkthrough. You just climb Stone Tower from Akana Village, and then you go up and up and up. Eventually, you'll find the owl statue, and then the entrance to the dungeon is like right across from it. So that dungeon is really fun. However, there's a couple of changes on 3DS. Most notably with the boss fight, as always. All the boss fights are a bit different, with the exception of the final one, weirdly enough. The boss fight there, you will notice that if you play this on 64, you would normally get a mask just before entering the boss room. However, that is not how it works on 3DS. You get that mask during the boss fight. So you'll enter, you'll think you're missing something, but you're really not. On 3DS as well, because of the changes with the ice arrows, we will have to go back one more time in order to get a fairy. So normally what I prefer to do is like go in and out of the temple a couple of times before killing the final boss, but it's just not efficient to do it that way on 3DS. So we're basically going to finish the dungeon, then have to go back and get another stray fairy, go back to a kind of town or Kana Village, and then turn them in. So it's a little different on 3DS, but for the most part, it's the same. It's just that stray fairy can't be gotten normally. But that's it. Okay, so let me give a thank you to my channel members. Thank you very much to John Aldridge with 57 months, Silver Bullet 13 with 44 months, Daniel Cockerill with 39 months, Greg with 28 months, and X Lightning 84 with 23 months. Thank you all so much for the support, everybody. I really appreciate it. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D in 4K, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button below this video. You can also leave a super thanks by clicking the heart icon below this video. Don't forget to join my community Discord. The link for that is in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.